This episode is sponsored by Squarespace.
I guess I could, I replied to some comments, I guess. Let's have a look.
Channel's alright, I suppose.
I suppose so.
So why is he wearing glasses now? He never used to wear glasses. Is he visually impaired? Or is he just an
I
idiot?
don't really watch these kinds of videos, but I felt entitled.
I don't
comment
get
on
it.
here
Is
and
it
say,
is
I
it
don't
supposed
like
to be
this video.
funny?
I mean, I know it wouldn't like
funny?
it. I don't really
I
usually watch
just
these kind of
don't get
videos,
it.
but
Can't understand a goddamn word this guy says.
I don't like him.
Get his
This guy takes trash and he just makes more trash.
This
This guy's
bloke
trash.
smells a bit, don't
This
you know
bloke
what I
is
mean?
fat.
He looks
Why
like
is
he
this
smells like
guy
cheese.
even wasting
How
like
dare this man?
Why is he
Assault
wasting
white
my
trash.
time?
No, I can't stand him really. I mean, it's so annoying.
face.
Where's he so goddamn British all the time?
I hate you, Bill.
Look, will you turn that music off? It's really depressing. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 39. So a few videos ago I made some terrain based on Nausicaa, Toxic Jungle, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, my favourite ever Studio Ghibli film. And in the thumbnail I put a picture of this baby model. And everyone was like, wow, he's going to make an he's made an whoa, I can't wait to see how he makes an This is called an by the way. I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't make it. This is a kit I got from Japan. This is a little plastic kit that I put together and painted. I didn't make it. And then they were all like, is this channel Bill making stuff or Bill buying kits and then putting them on thumbnails to get clicks? I'm like, look, I could just be, there could be just a cut out of my face doing this. Or, what I'm talking about. Look at that, look. Just to the right of your screen there, all of those suggested videos. You know what I mean. So yeah, I didn't make this and I stuck it in my thumbnail, and because I wanted to demonstrate that this was a toxic jungle inspired by the film. Look, I'll just make one. All right. So, I don't know about you, but I have a ton of polystyrene, this horrible white bubbly stuff. I got it all over the place. I just keep thinking I'm going to use it, so I'm going to use it. I never use it normally, so I'm going to use it now. Now I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't he just use clay to make an It'd be so much easier if he just sculpted it out of clay. But, you're right. It would be so much easier, but for some reason in my head I said I'm just going to use everything but clay. I have no idea why. But it's in there now, and that's what's going to happen. I don't know what it is. If I set myself an objective or like a restriction, I have to stick to it to the very end, even though no one will care, no one will know. I don't know. Call it stubbornness, I guess. Anyway, to stick this polystyrene together, I use this Gorilla Glue that is activated with moisture. So use a bit of water and it kind of foams up like filler. It's good for polystyrene anyway. So when I was a kid, and I'd always try and use this white polystyrene to make like hills or ruins or castles, and it would just be a complete mess. White beads everywhere, polystyrene everywhere. Mum would go mad because no one ever told me to use a sharp knife. I mean, let's face it, I didn't have a sharp knife in the house, but yeah, Mum would always moan about it. So, no white beads for me anymore, no more blunt knives for cutting polystyrene. I have this heat knife because I've made it. Mum, if only you could see me now. Well, you could if you actually watched the video. I have the hot knife, no more white beads. Look, I've made it. Now, if this looks kind of relaxing to you, it's because it was. I recommend this, it's quite fun. I'm thinking I might make more things out of polystyrene in the future, but anyway, enjoy the montage for now. And there's your basic shape. Yep. Oh, you want to Do it now. Okay. All right, everyone, here's the sponsor. So this episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Now, if you've ever wanted to make a website and you're not really sure how to do it, Squarespace is the place to go. Look, you get provided with hundreds of templates like these just here, and they're all pretty cool designs, I'll give them that. And say you want to make a website about pickles. Look, oh, there we go. There's a pickle website. You can literally open this up, change the names. There you go. You have a pickle website. So I decided to make a website of my own for bill making stuff. Now, I've made plenty of websites in the past, and I have to say that Squarespace is the easiest and most intuitive website builder I've ever used. It's so easy to get great effect. I mean, look at this. This took me like 5 minutes. So if you want to make a website, click on the link down below. There is a sale going on. There you go. So to turn this OM shape into an actual OM, we're going to use some EVA foam. Now, EVA foam is that kind of cheap foam sheet stuff that you get in like craft stores for kids' crafts. But honestly, if you see it, get it. I use it for everything. Just watch the last couple of videos. Someone kindly bought me this fancy glue gun off my Amazon wishlist. Thank you very much. Link down below. So I looked at the reference images of OMs I had, just lying around, you know, usual. And I counted how many armor plates went along its back. That's the closest you're ever going to see me measuring or trying to plan something out, you know. I don't think I even stick to the amount I've drawn on the back, but I don't really do accuracy or measurement, and you probably know this by now. You know, I'm not one of those anal crafters, you know, like your dad. So one of my patrons on our Discord recommended this stuff to me. They found it in a pound shop. It cost £1, funny enough. Anyway, it's called Pearl Effect 3D or something like that. And basically it's like an acrylic mix that's really thick, and you kind of just pour it out like this and it leaves like a 3D texture. Hard to explain. And I know it's probably quite a weird thing that you won't have, but you can always use a glue gun or, you know, PVA glue to recreate the same effect. But I thought I'd try it out. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I thought it was a good idea to kind of plan where the eyes are going to go. Seeing as that, you know, I think the eyes are going to make or break this build. It's the most distinctive part of an OM. So after leaving that 3D Pearl Effect goop stuff to dry for a few hours, it's pretty solid. You know, I'm quite impressed. So how can you help this channel carry on being a channel? Well, you know, subscribing helps. You know, liking helps. Buying merchandise helps. There's a t-shirt of him down there. For some reason, my most popular t-shirt is him. You can join Patreon, which is just throw me a few quid every month to help this channel keep going, and you get a little behind the scenes, and you actually get early access to the videos, which is nice, isn't it? There's lots of ways you can help support the channel if you want to. So at the point of me filming this, I'm at about 50,000 subscribers, which, you know, I was at 40,000 the other week, which is, you know, it's 10,000 in like a week, which was pretty amazing for me. Thank you very much for joining. Can't remember what I was going to say now. I just want to thank all 50,000 subscribers, apart from, you know, that one. I'm not thanking you. So I need to make some spikes for my OM, and I figured I'll make some spikes using some sharp wooden dowels. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a much easier way to do it, but I already started. So So I kept referencing back to the images I printed of an OM, just so I knew where the spikes were going to go. I mean, yeah, it's quite annoying. I mean, this is why I don't really make things from things, if you know what I mean. I tend to just make my things, so I don't have to keep getting it right, you know. If I make my own things, they're always right, because they're mine. Oh, cat. You've got to go. So, the eyes, like I said, are going to make or break this build. And I've got these cabochons. Basically, they're little lenses. Look. Yeah, get out of here. Old news, mate. We've got a cat now. Anyway, I'm going to use these to make the eyes. I'm going to paint them from the inside. But for now, I need to kind of make little eye slots. So this was my genius plan. Basically stick one on a bit of blue tack with a pencil and imprint it in this pearl effect 3D stuff. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Yeah, at this point I was kind of like, this thing is looking like a big kind of turd. But stick with me, it gets better. I promise, they always do. My builds always get better at the end. I mean, if they got better at the beginning, that's probably quite worrying, isn't it? Anyway. So time to make some OM legs. An OM actually has like hundreds of legs underneath its armor plates, but you can't usually see them in the film. So, you know, funny enough, you can't see them in my model either, because I am a slave to my art, as you all well know. So to stick the legs on, I'm going to make some holes in the polystyrene underneath. And I got a load of those little white beads everywhere, but you know, I don't care. No one can touch me for it, you know. No one can do a thing. So looking at it, the legs look way too big to me, so I'm probably just gonna, yeah, quietly take this away and do them again. But in the meantime, I'm gonna make some crusted. Now crusted, as any of my regular viewers will know, is a crusty paste that I use to kind of add texture to models. Anyway, this is the recipe. So when working with polystyrene and foam, you need to seal it, and you know, crusted is a really good sealer. So yeah, let's just cover the whole thing. So it's time to paint. Now, I'm starting to like painting. I'm starting to enjoy it a bit more. I started painting some minis. I've been getting together my Stargrave / Planet 28 crew, and I'll show you those soon. I'm going to do a whole episode about kit bashing your crew. And yeah, I'm starting to enjoy painting. I don't know why. I think maybe it's just getting over that hurdle of trying and just doing it. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I'm no miniature painter. I'm no, you know, I'm no 52 miniatures. I might be like 23 miniatures if it's like a rating scale. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. And I think I'm going to enjoy this because I've literally just covered the whole thing in crusted. And there's going to be a lot of dry brushing. A lot of dry brushing. So, actually, why am I even talking to you? Let's... So this model is just essentially a big lump of texture, so let's just base it with green, and then we're just going to get on with the dry brushing. So we're going to get to some dry brushing in a minute, I promise you. I promise. I mean, we're going to kind of do some dry brushing now, but it's technically over brushing, where there's a little bit more paint on the brush and it just catches the edges. I mean, to me, just as satisfying as dry brushing, but so now it's time to dry brush. I'm going to use this sandy tan colour and just kind of hit all those raised areas. And yeah, take it away, Bill. Thanks, Bill. You may be thinking your build's getting a bit bright, getting a bit too unsaturated. That's fine. We're going to bring it all down in a minute. Hold your horses. Now, if I ever mention how much I like silicone mats, look at that. It just comes straight off. So some of you may notice whenever I use an oil wash, I put down a bit of card because the white spirit, the mineral spirit, reacts badly with the silicone. Because of science, things like that. Someone commented on one of my old videos and said, truffle pesto, you must be rolling in it, Bill. £2, Marks and Spencer's. Stinks your house out, but anyway, wipe away the excess wash and sit there and panic until it dries. So, as I said earlier, these eyes are going to make or break the build, and I figured if I paint on the inside of these cabochons, I might be able to create some kind of luminous, glowy eyes. I don't know, we'll see. Experiment time. So to attach the eyes, I'm going to use a tiny bit of super glue. Now super glue reacts badly with glass and it kind of makes it all kind of smudgy and misty. But seeing as we painted on the inside, it should be fine. And here it is. Look. He's like a grown-up version of this. It's like a mummy and a baby But to like 1-to-1 scale, this is like my baby so it's, you know, it can work both ways. I'm really happy with the eyes. The eyes were a pain, and it's painting glass is a pain, but I think it's worked out pretty well. They look pretty kind of luminous, even though they're just cabochons. Anyway, stick around for the glamour shots at the end. I just want to thank all my patrons for supporting me. You know, you keep me going. You know, at the moment they're building their own dinosaur monstrosities, like from the last video. But I love you lot. I love you lot so much. You know, it actually makes me quite emotional. You know, like it gets me right here. Gets me right here. So thank you. Look, you just turn that music off. I'm trying to do like you're making it melodramatic. Bye. So I hope you enjoyed this build, even if you don't like Nausicaa or Ghibli movies in general, or you have no soul. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see me do some kit bashing. I want to kit bash a few more members of my Stargrave team and maybe make some other teams. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Click that bell. Blah, blah, blah. Bye-bye.